Disclaimer: our podcast is for entertainment only. We are not discrediting anyone who has had any of these paranormal encounters or believes them.
Hello, beautiful human beings. It's Mars and SJ here with Undeniable Mysteries, a podcast where we find paranormal stories on the internet and we rate them on how believable they are to us. Our first category is cryptids. We're going alphabetical order of the United States. SJ, next state in cryptid.
Only in Ohio, Frogman.
Frogman. Now I have to read this because I typed in Frogman.
We did not know this was a thing because Mars didn't put cryptid after Frogman.
Yeah, normally I don't have to put cryptid. I just put the name in to look for articles, and there's a thing called a frogman, which is someone who is trained in scuba diving or swimming underwater in a tactical capacity that includes military, and in some European countries, police work. So, frogman is not just a cryptid; it's a
military thing.
So, fun fact.
Yeah, now you know something else.
Yep, now I had to put encrypted, not just Frogman. So, let's get into this, shall we?
So, I mean, we kind of have to get into it, or else this wouldn't be the podcast.
So, it is in Loveland, Ohio. It's a 4-foot frog that roams the marshes on its hind legs.
Finally, something that's not like 7 foot.
I know, right? Well, we've had a couple, like the Minihuni, they were tiny.
I know, but I'm talking about this is there's very few, I feel like, that are below 7 feet.
Yeah. Alright, so it's a tale that dates back to the 1950s when a businessman claimed he saw multiple bipedal frogs along the Little Miami River. Can you just imagine these little 4-foot frogs just running around? That's so cute. And it says that the Frogman legacy lives on in modern days. So it was allegedly spotted most recently in 2016. Sam Jacobs said he was playing Pokemon Go.
I know.
Missed that.
I know this story.
Do you?
I've heard this story because I used to be obsessed with Loveland Frogman. But yeah, I've heard this story before.
Right. So Sam Jacobs said he was playing Pokemon Go in mid-August of 2016 near Congregation Beth Adam Synagogue on Loveland Madeira Road. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jacobs said he had crossed train tracks to the banks of Lake Isabella when he spotted something strange. We saw a huge frog near the water. Not in the game. This was an actual giant frog, Jacobs said. Then the thing stood up and walked on its hind legs. I realize this sounds crazy, but I swear on my grandmother's grave, this is the truth.
That's something to swear about.
He claimed the frog stood about 4 feet tall. Okay, so here is the myth behind it, the quote unquote first encounter. So it says a businessman or a traveling salesman or a Bible seller is driving all by his lonesome along a dark, unmanned road, and the story starts to diverge 3 distinct retellings. So there's no this is the first sighting or whatever. It's been passed down different type of stories. So in one story, the motorist is heading out of the Branch Hill neighborhood when he shines his car's headlights on the huge figures, the trio erected on their hind legs and just standing in the middle of the road. The man honks his horn, the figure perks up, they twist their necks around, a gasp. All 3 look at the driver with leathery skin and frog faces.
Mm.
The other version goes, the motorist spots the creatures under the Loveland Bridge, one of many going over the Little Miami River. He honks his horn. The creature shot out from under the bridge. One lands on his hood and croaks. The driver passes out. The third version, same bridge. The motorist pulls over. He gets out of his car. He spots the creatures. All three are conversing. The driver calls out to them. One of the frogmen gets up, points his finger at his friends in the universal gesture of, put a pin in it. Turns to the bothersome intruder. Can't you see we're holding a conversation? How rude. Holds out a wand over its heads and flicks the Harry Potter approved apparatus. What? A blazing fire of sparks cannons out of the wand. The motorist flees the scene. So, okay. The first two were very similar. This last one was very, like, far-fetched.
I don't think version 3 is real.
No, but, okay, so there's 3 versions of what happened, like, the very first encounter. And, yeah, that third version was just kind of wonky.
I feel like 1 and 2 are believable. I feel like 2's, like, a bit more believable, but I don't know. Because, like, if you passed out, if you wake up, you might think it was, like, just a dream or you were hallucinating. So maybe number 1 is a bit more believable. But I'm not sure. That's for you guys to decide. But just, I don't think it's 3.
That would be funny.
If it was 3, that would be funny. Just pulling out a wand.
So, this one, the police department is involved. And it's not during July or August.
Oh my god, it's always during July or August.
Yep.
Even Sea Serpent Day is in August.
Yep. Nope, this one, it takes place on March 3rd, 1972 at exactly 1 a.m. The Loveland Police Department... what? The Loveland Police Department goose marched into the madness? Alright, whatever. Officer Ray Shockey was gliding his car on Riverside Drive near the Totes Boot Factory in the Little Miami River when a suspicious animal ran across the road in front of his vehicle. He braked his car, hitting the steering wheel, and looked on. The animal, now fully illuminated in his patrol car's headlights, blinked at Shockey, who was having a meltdown true to his last name. Shockey was in shock. I love that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Framed in his car's lamp stood the legendary Loveland Frogman. Leathery skin, bright eyes, tongue ready to catch a fly the size of a VW Beetle. Volkswagen Beetle. I don't know why they said VW. Whatever. Shockey reported the sighting and stated it's crouched like a frog. Before he could ask the mutant amphibian if he knew any kung fu and was he related to those funky sewer turtles in New York with the taste of pizza, the creature climbed over the guardrail and jumped into the river.
I think maybe he thought it was an actual person.
2 weeks after that wild incident, a second Loveland police officer, Mark Matthews, did Shockey a solid and reported seeing an unidentified animal similar in height and facets near the same road. Matthew, a man that wasn't known to overthink things, came out of his car, guns blazing. He shot the animal right between the eyes?
God, no!
Matthew, I don't like you.
I don't know, but I think I just peaked the audio, and I'm not sure because I just, like, yelled. Like, it was...
So Matthews dragged the body into his car, and he wanted to show Shockey his catch of the day. Oh my god. So according to Matthews, the murderer of cryptids was a large iguana about 3 or 3.5 feet long, and he didn't immediately pinpoint the creature's ID because it was missing its tail, not a freaking Loveland Frogman. Still, you went and shot an animal? So, okay, so it was an iguana, not the frogman, but still you went and shot an animal. How dare you, Matthew? How dare you?
Poor thing.
Okay, so when he showed Shockey the animal, Shockey confirmed it was the one that he had seen out that day. Okay, so...
How can you think an iguana looks like a frog? You're not gonna have any commentary?
No.
Lame.
I'm just mad that he shot an animal, whether it was a cryptid or...
Yeah, that is true, though. Like, don't just shoot an animal because you want to catch a cryptid. Or maybe if you don't even want to catch a cryptid and don't know what it is, you shouldn't just shoot things.
Okay, so that's all we have for that. Let's look at the pictures, but I'm pretty sure we know what it looks like.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty common cryptid. Now that one's just terrifying to think about. I hope it's not human-like.
Alrighty. So, let's get to rating this bad boy.
You know what? Like I do sometimes. How about I let you go first?
Me go first?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so image. Yeah, I gave it an 8, bro.
Wow.
Whoa,
No. I'm saying that because you stole my answer I was thinking of.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I find this to be very believable. Animals are continuously evolving. Even humans are evolving. And there are amphibians that are, rather large. And like that Matthew said, that iguana, even though it's a reptile, was large. So, I mean, I could see, some sort of evolved frog creature that's like 4 feet tall. It doesn't seem far-fetched. And it looks just like a frog, so I mean, yeah.
Well, now it's my turn to do the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so story I gave it a 5.5.
I was gonna say 5. Because, it seems more mythical than anything. Even the police officers, they both were like, yeah, this is not the Frogman, it's something else. But it still, like I said, could be possible.
Yeah. And then proof.
There's not really much proof.
I was gonna give it a 3.
We just have really that Pokemon Go dude. I say 2. Just give me a 2.
Almost done calculating. Make calculating noises.
I don't know.
Like computery noises. And we have 31.5 as our answer.
31.5.
Well, product, I should say.
Oh no, what happened to it? I just had it pulled up. Gosh darn it.
It just bailed on us.
Yeah, it just went boop. Okay, so 31.5, that's kind of like in the middle towards like middle bottom. It is right above Melon Heads and right below Peppy. So yeah, it's right there. Is there anything you want to say, SJ? No, kitty cat, no.
Yeah, there is something I want to say. Our cat is being mean. But I wanted to say August 7th, Sea Serpent Day. Put it on your calendar.
Sea Serpent Day!
Please.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Remember, we have a Twitter. You can always put your own stories or commentary or anything of these cryptids we have went over. And we shall see you next time.